Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome you back to our live stream. My dear Wanderer fan will be playing the role of the hapless victim once again, and of course, we hope you will enjoy this session of the hospital. I will be your dungeon master for today, and we will now begin the session. With a little bit of music to get you in the right mood. Oh, that is perfect, isn't it? Let us bring it down a notch. Good, good. Now then. It is time to begin.
Most excellent.
So, from the last time that you were in the hospital, once again you find yourself awakening in a hospital room. This time, however, the atmosphere is quite a bit darker. It would seem that there's only one bed, one sink, cabinets. What will you do? What will you do?
Let me first examine the room. That's normal.
Very well. If you examine the room, you will find that the following is present. You have a bed with straps on it. You have a sink with blood running down the side. And you have a set of cabinets. Who knows what they might contain? Now, what will you do?
What am I wearing this time?
Pardon?
What am I wearing this time?
It's the same hospital gown. You do not expect a change of clothes, do you?
You never know. Same tag on the wrist, I presume.
Same tag on the wrist, Frau Red.
Then let me go and examine the sink.
You wish to examine the sink? Very well. The sink is filled with a clear liquid, and as you peer into the liquid, all you see is a heavily distorted reflection of yourself.
Let me knock on the cabinets. Just because.
A wise choice. You choose to knock on the cabinets, wondering what might actually happen. Nothing happens at all. No knocks are returned.
Then let us open them and see what's inside.
Are you sure you want to open the cabinet?
Sure.
Very well then. You open the cabinet to find a journal. The journal is ripped in many places, but you can make out most of it. What the first thing that you read is, I keep hearing a girl crying. Sounds like she needs help. I'm gonna check room 102. Silver. It would seem this journal belongs to someone called Silver.
You never go and examine a woman crying. It's just bad luck. Anyways, is there anything on the bed?
Who knows? You check the bed and you examine it. In great detail, I might add, you find that it has a spongy interior. And it in fact is quite soft. But you don't feel like sleeping, do you?
Nothing of interest under the bed.
For once, no, there's nothing under the bed.
Alright, how do I get out of this room?
There's a door behind you that will lead you out.
Apologies, the last part of your sentence cut out.
There's a door that will lead you out of the room.
Is it closed?
The door is closed, yes.
Is there any way to look out a peephole or window, perhaps?
No, unfortunately not. There are no peepholes on this door.
Alright, then let me go and knock on the door, see if anything knocks back.
You are so overly cautious. But you knock on the door and nothing happens. Don't worry.
Alright, let us advance out of the room.
Very well. As you exit the room, you find yourself in a corridor. Unfortunately, the corridor is filled with a most potent stench. You will not be able to proceed here without a medical mask, or at least something to cover the smell. There is a bathroom to your right, and nothing else.
Then let us enter the bathroom.
Are you sure you want to do that?
Bathrooms are normally a bad idea, but there was nothing in the room.
You end up in the bathroom. It is a fairly nice bathroom, and of course, it is a safe location. Now, inside the bathroom, there is a blue note taped to the mirror, and, well, as you can see, there's one toilet, one sink, toilet roll, and a towel. What will you do?
Let us first go and read the note.
As you approach the mirror, you read the note and it says, "Hey, wash constantly." The note is in blue paper.
Best advice, then let us wash.
You choose to wash your face, feeling slightly refreshed and possibly better.
Was there anything in the sink or around it?
Ah, you are a smart child. No, there's nothing in the sink, however.
Anything in the toilet this time?
Would you like to lift the seat and check, or will you simply check?
Let us check around it, then lift the seat.
As you check around it, you find, it is slightly dirty, but it will protect you. It is a medical mask.
Most excellent. Anything? Let us take that, if we have not already, and check inside the toilet, just because.
As you check inside the toilet, you hear a clanking sound. There might be something in the water tank.
Then let us check.
You open the water tank to find a badly rusted and almost broken key. It will likely break if it is used once, so it must be used in a specific place.
What was it you cut out?
I said you found a broken key. It is almost rusted completely. It must be used in a specific place, else it may break forever.
Then let us take the key.
Very well. You now have the key and the mask, and it is possible for you to progress if you should so choose.
Also, how about we take the towel along with us? Never go anywhere without a towel.
You're welcome to take the towel.
Let us take it. Never know how we might use it.
The towel is yours. Now what will
Is
you
there
do?
anything else in the room of interest?
No, it is simply a warm bathroom. If you want the toilet paper, you can take that too, but the toilet paper is not likely to be useful.
Let us advance back out of the room, putting on the medical mask first.
Very well. You put on the medical mask to protect yourself from the potent stench you smelled in the hallway. However, upon entering the corridor, you notice it has changed. The corridor now has but one room at the very end. Try to guess what that room is.
Oh, lovely. Quite possibly the one where the horrible voice was coming from. Let us carefully make our way down the hallway
I would
towards
say
our
so.
impending death.
Very well. You choose to make your way down the hallway. Slowly, cautiously. And where do you think you will end up?
Hopefully somewhere not stuck in an endless loop.
Let's see. Nope. It would appear you have found a child's room. The room is surprisingly brightly lit. Now, as for what is inside the room, let's see. The room has a nightstand, a bed, a tea set, a cabinet, and a radiator in the room. So what will you do?
Let us first examine the tea set.
The tea set, eh? Very well, very well. As you choose to examine the tea set, you notice... there is a tiny rosary inside the tea set. I'll put it here so Dad won't find it.
Let us take the rosary with us.
Okay, very well. Save me from Daddy. As you take the rosary with you, you put it in your... Wait, you don't even have pockets, so you carry it around your wrist.
Maybe keep away any demons we might encounter. Anything
Possibly.
in the cabinet?
Very well, you choose to check the cabinet and the cabinet reveals a child's drawing. It shows a family, but Dad's crossed out. And he seems to be replaced with a monster. The room is growing darker.
Lovely. Of course it is. Is there anything else in the room?
There is a bed and a radiator and a nightstand.
Anything of interest on the nightstand?
You decide to check the nightstand, and you find another note by Silver. Man, something fucked up's going on in this place. Layout keeps changing. I'm scared shitless, man. I even found some disturbing drawings, but weird observation charts. They're in the cabinet. Also, there's definitely something under the bed, but I'm not brave enough to find out what that is. Best of luck. The room grows darker.
Lovely. Was there anything else in the cabinet aside from the drawing that we could have taken?
There's nothing else in the cabinet aside from the drawings. You've already examined the tea set and the nightstand. There's the bed and the radiator.
Let us check the radiator.
Upon checking the radiator, you find a child's diary page. Mom's at the hospital again. I don't want to be alone with Dad. The room grows darker.
One last thing to check. Let us keep our distance and peek under the bed.
You can't do that.
Lovely.
Or rather, I won't say you can't do that. It's just that there isn't enough
Hard to
light.
see. Of course not. Is there anything that we can use to poke under the bed?
Well, you could try throwing your towel under there. Don't think that'll help much, though.
Probably not.
The room grows darker.
Let us be bold for once and go and look under the bed and prepare to die.
Very well. As you look under the bed, you see the jar lady. Lovely little lady whose head is floating in a jar. Lovely little lady whose head is floating in a jar. Do you want to hear her whisper?
Sure.
Pray. Pray. You return to
Pray.
the room. The room grows darker.
I guess pray. Let us pray.
You pray for safety, but nothing comes. The room grows darker. You should probably leave.
Then let us leave. We have done everything we can here.
Very well, you leave the room, and now, as you step into the corridor, you hear a strange sound. A very, very odd sound. It sounds like something scraping against stone. There is also a hint of moaning. And as you get closer to the source of the sound, Something whispers inside your ear.
I will kill you.
Sounds like Daddy's back.
It is indeed. Come meet Daddy. What will you do?
Can we run?
Let's see. Your options for this encounter are: you can run back to the room and hide, like a coward. You can run behind you down the corridor to an unknown location. It seems to be a staircase, but it seems safe as well. Or, I don't know, you can try to fight the thing.
I mean, Towel versus that. I don't think so. Let us run to the stairway.
Are you absolutely sure you wish to do that?
No, but why not?
Very well. You choose to flee from the bad daddy, and you run all the way to the creepy staircase. Now what will you do?
Let us head up if possible.
Head up, head up, head up. I don't think so.
Then down it is.
Down. You wish to go
You
down?
said not.
Okay.
You said not possible to head up?
Indeed. So you go down. Down you go. And you have a nice little meeting with one of my friends.
Lovely.
I think this was a bad idea.
Oh no, you managed to kill me.
Indeed. And so you die, sadly. And when you die,
Oh, so sadly.
I must tell you something. There is someone watching over you when you die. And believe me when I say, he does not look pleased.
Oh, not him again. I don't know, he looks somewhat pleased.
I don't think so.
Somewhat. For half the time.
But, as always, I cannot let you die so easily, so I will return you to the child's room. But now you must leave and once again confront Daddy. I'm sure you have other options available to you now, yes?
Of course. Then let us restart our confrontation.
Very well. You leave the room and once again come face to face with bad Daddy. Now what will you do?
Well, there was one other way for us to run, so let us try that.
No, there was
Back
only
to the
one
room?
way to run. Back towards the staircase, or back into the room, or you can try and face him.
Let us go back into the room and shut the door behind us, lock it if possible.
Okay.
Having fun this time, are we?
That mockingbird won't sing. Mama's going to buy you a diamond ring. As you return to the room, unfortunately, quite a putrid substance fills it from below. It burns your feet, it burns your bones, it burns everything of your body.
Ah, acid.
What a pity, my dear. You died so beautifully this time. But, in view of your many deaths, I will give you a clue. Pray. Do you not remember what you
Not
found
yet.
in the tea set?
Of course.
Very well. And once again you'll find yourself in the child's room, but unfortunately it is much darker now. So what
Let
will
us
you do?
leave and try our encounter once again.
Very well. You find yourself face to face with good old bad daddy. He's killed you twice already, technically.
Let us pray this time. Pray for safety.
Indeed. You close your eyes and pray with the tiny rosary in your hand. You wish for daddy to go away, and he does. You hear him walking away slowly. The disgusting feeling washes over you, but he walks away, as if the deed is done. Oh, it would seem that Bad Daddy has practically destroyed my recording. How sad. But here we are. You have managed to survive him. I'm quite pleased indeed. And now you return to the corridor. There is a bathroom and the initial room that you were in.
Let us return to the bathroom.
You will return to the bathroom? I did not expect that, but okay. You decide to return to the bathroom, the happy little bathroom. Ah, it is such a nice and safe place. But this time, there's something different about it. What can I see? What can I see? Ah, that's right. There is a note on the floor. A note in yellow paper.
Let us check the note.
As you check the note, what you find is it says, "Hey, don't wash your face if you know what's good for you." So what will you do?
Disregard the note and wash our face anyways.
Oh, that is a terrible, terrible idea. But I like your style. I like it very much indeed. So, here we go. You wash your face and then, oh no, the bathroom changes completely. There is now a hole in the wall and a journal page on the ground. What will you do?
Oh no, looks like we might have taken drugs. Anyways, let us check out the journal.
As you check the journal note, it simply says, "Oh god, oh shit, that fucking thing, oh god." The journal looks like it was scrawled hastily. I'm not sure what might be here with you.
Lovely. What else is in the room?
Nothing for the time being, but oh dear. It would seem that some
Oh dear. How awful. Looks like crawl. Crawl where? Seems like it might be our only choice. Why do we live? Why not? Of course, everyone wants to live to some extent. Let us crawl then. Hopefully not, but it's always a possibility. Hmm. Yes, let us crawl. Yes, why not? Never sure, but why not?
Oh my, it seems that was quite an interruption. I'm surprised you got past it, but... Where are we now? Where are we now? Oh! I see, yes. I know exactly where we are. Now
Of course
let
you
me
do.
see if I can find it for you. It should be right here. Ah, there it is. I'd almost wondered where I'd put it. Almost, at least. This is where we are now. A lovely little place, I must say.
Bedroom? Yes.
It would appear to be, at least as far as I can tell. But do give me a moment. Ah, there we are. Now, the bedroom contains a rather creepy doll sitting on the bed, a picture, a bed, and a toy box in the corner. There's also a ceiling light, but the room seems very, very small. So what will you do?
Let us first check the bed with the doll.
You're going to check the bed with the doll. Oh, give me a moment.
Don't want to take our eyes off of the creepy thing.
Upon checking the bed with the doll sitting on it, you acquire a child's knife. And there's also a journal page if you're willing to read it.
Let us read it. Why not?
The journal page reads, "Oh god, that was fucked up. What the hell was that thing?" All I could tell was kept asking me to crawl, kept crawling through the space. I don't know what was at the end there. There was something at the end, but I turned around. I couldn't look. Damn it. I don't even know. I'm gonna check the room first. Maybe the light. Maybe I'll check the light. So what will you do?
Let us continue examining what we are examining. Does the doll hold anything of interest without touching it?
As far as you can tell, it is simply a normal doll. Sadly, it holds nothing of interest to you.
Good. What about the picture?
The picture? Very well, but you will have to actually stand on top of the bed to examine the picture. Are you sure you want to do that?
Let's hold off on that for a moment and check the light like the journal suggested.
You decide to check the ceiling light, and you find yet another journal page scrunched in between the light bulb and the wall.
Let us examine it.
Upon reading the journal page, it tells you... Damn it, I keep hearing that little girl again. She said Dad's in the basement. I'm gonna try the attic.
With that taken care of, is there anything else in the... Oh, there was a toy box.
There's a toy box as well as a picture.
All right, let's get it over with and examine the picture.
Very well. You decide to examine the picture on the wall, and the first thing you hear is, "Dad's in the basement. I can't let him find me." So what will you do now?
Does the picture have anything in it, behind it, around it?
Surprisingly, no. The picture is fine.
Alright then. Anything else around the bed that is of interest?
As you check the bed, you find out that there's nothing else of interest there, but there is still the toy box if you choose to check that. You don't have to.
Let us do that.
Oh, are you sure?
Let us be thorough.
As you check the toy box, well, what can I say? You'll find a little someone special. Would you like to listen to her again?
Of course.
The lady in the jar whispers to you, and she says, "Dolls should be stabbed." Poor girl, poor girl. But I hope her advice proves useful.
Hopefully. Let us go stab the doll on the bed.
I knew you would try that. You attempt to stab the doll on the bed. Nothing happens. The room grows very much darker.
What a shame. Can we leave the room?
You may leave the room. The room grows very much darker.
Let us leave the dark room.
Very well. As you leave the room, well, the first thing that occurs is you'll find yourself in a rather strange hallway. Now, this hallway, something is not quite right with it. Ah, yes, it is too dark to see your way. There is one path that leads down into the basement, and one path that leads up, possibly to an attic. What will you do?
Let us leave the basement for now. Daddy's supposed to be there, and head up to the attic.
Oh, and I would so hope to have killed you again, but there we go.
Of course.
You head upward into the attic. Unfortunately, it is not a pleasant place to be, is it?
Probably more pleasant than the basement.
There is a doll pinned to the far wall, a broken cabinet, a mirror, and a small chest of drawers within this room. What will you do?
Let's see if we can stab this doll.
I will kill you.
Are you sure you want to stab the doll?
Yes.
Very well. You stab the doll, despite the fact that the atmosphere itself seems to rail against you, but the doll lets out quite a shrill scream, and from it you acquire a small key. Mother's Resolve.
Lovely. Now, what else was in the room before I got distracted by the doll?
A broken cabinet, a mirror, and a small chest of drawers.
Let us examine the cabinet first.
Examining the broken cabinet yields a yellow note. The note says, "Hey, use the knife on the mirror. Use the knife on the mirror."
Anything else in the cabinet?
There's nothing in the cabinet, unfortunately. Nothing of use to you, unless you like, moldy clothes and things like that.
What else was besides the mirror?
Let's see. There's a small chest of drawers and a mirror.
Let us examine the chest.
As you examine the small chest of drawers, you find something hidden under the candle. It is a child's charm. You think you should keep it for later or throw it away?
Let us keep it.
Oh, and here I was hoping you'd throw it away. Very well, you keep the child's charm with you. All that's left is the mirror.
Let us go and look into the mirror, examine it.
You do not want to do that, but you try anyway. As you step close to the mirror, feel a thorough sense of repulsion and disgust. A feeling of aggression, as if you want to kill whatever it is inside that mirror. I'm dirty. Kill me. What will you do?
What was the whispers, or can I not rehear them?
You may. But you will have to compromise with me. You have to get closer to the mirror.
Of course. Let us take one step closer to the mirror.
You take one step closer to the mirror, and the whisper comes again. I'm dirty. Kill me. So what will you do?
Kill. Stab the mirror, then.
I do not think you want to do that, but if you will, then confirm it once more time.
Let us stab the mirror.
You stab the mirror. Everything goes dark. But at least now, you have a beautiful smile, don't you? Enjoy.
Quite so.
Oh, your death. After all that effort, he does not look pleased with you.
Not at all. You must be quite pleased that you've gotten to kill me 3 times in one night, though.
Indeed I am. But now I have had my fun, so I will return you to the attic. Perhaps it would be better not to listen to the yellow notes. Perhaps. Or perhaps you will have to anyway. Now what will you do?
Have I already gotten everything in the room?
There's nothing left. Unless you wish to re-examine everything, but there's no point. You could, though. You could.
Can I take the mirror with me?
It is a little too large and heavy for you to carry along with all your stuff. You can attempt it, but it probably wouldn't be the best idea.
Alright then, since there is nothing else here aside from death due to the mirror.
Well,
let us leave the attic.
as you leave the attic, you find that the house has changed. Now at least it is lit up. It is no longer dark. You will notice this time that there is a bathroom next to the basement door. So before proceeding down into the basement, you could potentially enter the bathroom. Only one
Let
catch.
us go to the bathroom.
One catch, my dear.
Lovely.
The bathroom is locked.
Oh wait, we have keys, don't we?
I was hoping
Let
you'd
us-
forget that. How can you remember these things? I do my very
I
best
have-
to stop you.
I have an outstanding memory, my friend. Good luck.
Very well. As you open the bathroom with your rusted key, it shatters, but at least you have gained access into the bathroom. It is a rather old bathroom, all things considered, but you can take a rest in here. There's a journal page somewhere on the floor.
Let us take the journal page first, read it.
Very well. Alright, listen. Go to the dining room before the basement. It's dark and there's no light source, but you can use the window. Now, I found a little bit of liquid courage in there, and a little bit of the real stuff too. I'm heading down.
That's lovely advice. Let us wash our face if we can in this bathroom. Hopefully not go on another psychedelic trip.
You wash your face, and no, this time there's no psychedelic trip. It is merely a normal wash.
Is there anything else of interest in this room?
Is there anything else of interest? No, there's nothing else of interest in the bathroom. It is simply, there's a tiny mirror. But don't worry, this one doesn't contain anything wrong. You can simply see yourself. Tired, haggard. Somehow living after dying 4 times.
Somehow. Can I take the mirror with me?
You can.
Let's take it.
You take the mirror for no apparent reason and walk with it. Wonderful. Now what would you do?
Let us leave the room and go and see if we can find the dark dining room.
Very well. As you leave the bathroom, instead of going to the basement, you turn the corner and find yourself in the dark dining room. There is, in this room, a bottle of whiskey and a set of drawers that have not yet been opened, but everything else is pretty much a wreck. Believe me, you don't want to look into the dumpster behind.
I imagine not. Is there anything of interest in the mess that I can see? Anything shiny or otherwise interesting? Knife, perhaps?
Not really, but the whiskey bottle is pretty shiny.
Let us check the drawers.
As you check the drawer, you find a gun. This one is titled Mother's Resolve.
Lovely. Let us take it. And the whiskey too.
What would you do with whiskey?
Well, just throw it in someone's face. I don't know.
You can only bring either the mirror or the whiskey. Your hands would be occupied otherwise. Your gown is already pretty much bursting with the stuff you've taken so far.
I have a towel though. Anyways,
what do you think you're holding all that stuff in the towel?
Exactly. See, it was abuse. Anyways, let us take the gun.
You choose to take the gun with you, and the whiskey bottle or the mirror.
Is the gun loaded? Does it have bullets in it?
Yes, you check, and there are bullets inside it. Surprisingly.
How many?
6.
Lovely. Let us keep the mirror. Why not?
So you abandon the whiskey bottle and you keep the mirror with you, although it serves no purpose again, but you can have it for comfort. I don't mind. Now, there's only the dumpster left, but you do not want to look into that.
No, not at all.
I do not think you do.
Let us take your word for it then, and go to the basement.
Very well. You choose to leave the kitchen, fully armed, fully equipped now, and you find yourself in a rather dark basement. There's a pathway that leads down, and you can hear someone breathing, someone moaning perhaps, water drops from the ceiling.
Sounds like we found Daddy again. Are there any light switches, or is it all dark?
There are no light switches.
Where's my mommy?
Although the more that you linger, the more you hear.
Let us descend into hell.
Very well. And you come face to face once again with your own nemesis. Now what will you do? Don't touch my baby.
What were to happen if we were to pray again?
You don't think the rosary would work twice, do you? I don't build my ghosts so weak.
Of course you don't. Can we take a shot at him?
I won't let you hurt her. Of course you can. You can take a shot at him if you are accurate enough.
Of course I am. Let's take a shot.
You take a shot at Bad Daddy. Surprisingly, your shot is on point. The bullet goes right through his head, splattering his brains everywhere. The creature moans terribly, as if in terrible pain. There is a strange sound in the background. And then he is gone. You are alone in the darkness, but there is a tiny light coming from the child's charm. The tiny light... Yes, you want to say something?
Can we use the mirror to make the light more reflected?
You think of everything, don't you? Surprisingly enough, with the mirror, the tiny light from the charm reflects a room on the other end of the basement. But as you get near the room, you are filled with a sense of deep sorrow and grief. Almost as if the one who walked up these steps felt the weight of the world upon him.
I imagine so. Nothing else in the basement that is of use, if we can see anything.
There's nothing that you can see here. It's time to go.
Let us go then.
You make your way up the steps, and you enter a very cold, dark room. It's pitch black in here, but you can feel the outline of a man. A man sitting in a chair, broken as if his whole world crumbled to ash. And you know his story. No, not his story. You know the story of this house, the real story. You see, I thought it was done. I thought it was. I killed him. But it isn't done. I found out the truth. Shattered the light so no one else would have to read it. Some years ago, there lived a happy family in this place. So they thought. Mom was a single parent, but she loved her child. Child loved mom. Dad came into the picture later. He was a big teddy bear. That's what she called him. Mom became ill at some point. The doctor said the treatment would be rough. She was always weak. Dad became a little strange at that point. Child wanted it to stop, but it didn't. Mom felt it. Child said nothing. Mom wanted to stop it. She got the gun and the whiskey. Didn't expect the whiskey to go bad with the meds. Mom died frothing. Child died of fear. And Dad? What can I say? He's still buried under the ground beneath you.
Most horribly sad.